What's going on, my fellow Abundance Cheek Slayers? So one of my subscribers asked me, how can he develop charisma? And I thought this was a great question. You guys know when you guys play video games like Halo, they start you off with a damn pistol. But when you add charisma, you are starting off with a bazooka. And when you develop your charisma over time, it could be a weapon of mass destruction. It could end up being like a nuke. You get that shit in Call of Duty, it's game over.
Our tactical nuke is inbound. Welcome back to the seminar, guys. So today, what we're going to be talking about is 4 tips on how to develop your charisma. And I'm going to break down this video of me step by step on how to have a successful approach using charisma and confident body language. Come on in, guys.
So how to develop charisma? It all boils down to an abundance mindset. The abundance mindset is the key to life, because once you master the ability to not give a flying fuck, you will unlock superhuman powers you never knew you fucking had. You wake up the next morning, shadow clone jutsu. You might just pull up to a date, turn Super Saiyan 4, and just hit that girl with the Kamehameha and send her across the restaurant. Charisma is about carefree, free-spirited, comfortable in your own skin, not giving a flying fuck, and just focus on having fun and not being attached to the outcome. Do you guys see how when I get in front of this camera, I just talk, I just have fun? Man, I don't give a fuck. That's charisma. And I want you guys to understand that looks get your foot in the door with a girl. But that charisma and that abundance mindset will make you more attractive to women, which will give you more options. And I want you guys to understand is the charisma is the #1 way to seal the deal. I call charisma the panty dropper. So let's break down the foundation and the basics of charisma. So before you guys go out and talk to people, the #1 thing about charisma is setting the tone. There are multiple ways and different variations how you can set the tone with your charisma. But the most important thing I want you guys to understand is I want you guys to find what works best for you. What makes you more comfortable. So how I like to set the tone with my charisma is I have this Will Smith vibe. Very uplifting, very energetic, very positive beat. And I know that some guys are not going to be like me. They're going to be guys who are shy, who are more low-key about it. So if you guys are more low-key, look at George Clooney. Look at James Bond. These guys are very low-key, but at the same time, very charming. These 3 guys, Will Smith, James Bond, George Clooney, have big personalities, but they do it in their own unique way. But what all these 3 guys have in common is one trait, and that is masculine frame. And what is masculine frame? Staying calm, cool, and collective. And when it comes to charisma, it is very important to stay calm, cool, and collective and in control of your emotions. Because if you can't control your emotions, somebody else is going to control you. So now that I've broken down the foundation and the base of charisma, I'm going to show you guys a video clip of me approaching a girl at my gym. I'm going to break down charisma tips, and breaking down confident body languages and how to use your charisma to have a successful approach. Teleportation jutsu. To activate the charisma chakra, one must stay calm, cool, and collective. No matter how fine she is, you cannot quake in your boots. Charisma tip #1. Ask her questions and genuinely want to get to know her. Oh my God, guys, look how much she's talking. Holy shit, we're doing this, guys. Charisma tip #2, have a relaxed body language. Do you guys see how my torso is facing her and she can see my arms? People are more likely to trust you if they can see your hands. Physical comfort leads to psychological comfort. And keep this in mind, guys. The tone of your voice is very important. It must stay in a relaxed, smooth tone. But if you're nervous, your voice will be high-pitched. Shit, you might sound like the Justin Bieber, guys. And do you guys see how I'm talking back to her? I'm keeping the conversation smooth and fun. I'm not asking her questions after questions like a fucking interview. That's boring, guys. Keep it entertaining. Charisma tip #3, genuine eye contact. When you're about to hit her with the most important line, like getting her phone number, boom!
pulled out the cellular device asking for her phone number. She said maybe. So I put my damn phone right back in my pocket and said this, sweetheart, I don't like maybes. I like a definite answer because I'm trying to take you out on a definite date. And Shazam! And I pulled out my cellular device once again and got those 7 digits, goddammit. But did you guys see how she tried to reject me? I did not get emotional. I did not get upset. I did not cry. I remained calm, cool, and collective. I was charming about it. I was funny. I was playful because if you're playful and you can make her laugh, she gets comfortable. Remember that masculine frame, what we were talking about earlier? Control your emotions or somebody else will control you. You should never let a woman see you butthurt. That is weakness. Substitute that with playfulness, happiness, and positivity. Guys, this is Charisma Tips Abundance Cheek Slaying 101. Welcome back to the seminar. So I broke down 4 key elements, but the video was going by very fast and I felt that I didn't break it down thoroughly. So I'm going to break down the 4 tips once again because there was some information that I left out. So charisma tip number 1, conversation skills. Conversation skills is about staying in the presence. The charismatic guys understand that when they're talking to somebody, they have their undivided attention 100%. Not 70%, 80%, 95%, but 100%. Because when you're giving somebody 100% of your attention, you're making that person feel important. And by making somebody feel important, I don't mean flattering them with compliments. Oh, you're so sexy. No, because if you flatter a girl with compliments, it will come off as inauthentic. You want your compliments to mean something and have an impact on her, not a whole bunch of bullshit. A girl can sniff that from a mile away, guys. And another conversation tip is the tone of your voice. It's about staying relaxed and staying calm. I want you guys to think of Thor, think of Hercules. The tone in their voices is strong and dominant. That's what the guys with charisma understands. He is confident when he's talking to a woman because if your voice trembles or when it becomes high pitched, it's a sound of nervousness. You always want to stay in a relaxed state with your voice, guys. Charisma is about being comfortable in your own skin. It's about the abundance mindset. We don't give a fuck because if you're comfortable, physical comfort leads to psychological comfort. The guys with the charisma understands this. This is why he genuinely asks questions. This is why he's not afraid to crack jokes because if you make somebody laugh, it's the easiest way to break the ice and to make somebody comfortable around you. It shows you that you're fun and everybody wants to be around the guys who are fun and spontaneous. It is attractive. That is charisma. And now what we're going to be talking about is charisma tip number 2, which is body language. It is very important to have good body language when you're approaching a girl because charisma is all about confidence. And if you guys look at all the successful males, the dominant males, they have very good posture. They walk with their chest out, back straight, and arms to the side. Charisma is a mindset where you trust yourself and where you believe in yourself and you just don't give a fuck. That abundance. Also, guys, another thing I want to point out, which is very good for your approach, is when you approach a girl, it's always good to smile. Because smile sends these neurons in our brain. It is called a mirror effect. Because when you smile, it makes her want to smile. It just sends off good vibes. And also, if you guys look at the video very closely, I use a lot of hand motions. Because if you hide your hands, people can't see your hands, they're most likely not going to trust you. I use hand motions because it shows that you're open and you're being honest. Remember, guys, charisma is all about being open and being comfortable. Hand gestures also shows that you're engaged in the conversation and you have her undivided attention. This makes her feel important. Also, what I notice is that when I use hand gestures like I'm doing now in these videos, it helps me get my thought process a lot easier and a lot faster. You guys should try it. And the next charisma tip is genuine eye contact. I don't mean you don't blink and fucking stare into her fucking eyes. Guys, that's creepy. What you want to do is think of eye contact like a boomerang effect. And if you guys watch the video, what I did was I would look into her eyes, give her eye contact, and then look away,
and look back. And whenever you're about to deliver that punchline, or whenever you're about to crack a joke, or whenever you're about to say something very important, you need to lock eyes with her. You need to look into her goddamn soul, because that shows dominance. Dominance is a sign of confidence, which is charisma, because charisma is a mindset that you believe in yourself and you trust yourself. That's where the charisma comes from. So when you look into a girl's eyes, you give her eye contact, it shows you that you're comfortable. Physical comfort leads to psychological comfort. I'm gonna say that as many times as I want because it's true. That's what charisma is all about. And the next thing, the last charisma tip, is charisma tip number 4, which is masculine frame. Masculine frame is about having control over your emotions, because if you cannot control your emotions, somebody will control you. Masculine frame is about staying calm, cool, and collective. At the time, if you guys watched the video, I tried to get her number, but she hit me with a maybe. A lot of you guys would have got butthurt, walked away, got rejected, fucking walked down, thought you was the ugliest piece of shit. No, masculine frame means that nobody can move you off center. You are always center. You do not get emotional and cry like a little bitch. So when she said maybe, I was playful. I was having fun with it. It showed me that I didn't get butthurt. That's why it made her so much more attracted to me. That's why I got the number, because I was playful. I was fun. Because if a guy does not know how to have fun and he gets rejected, he gets mad, that's unattractive. Women do not want to see you butthurt. So when she said maybe, I was playful about it. I said, you know, I don't like maybes. I like a definite answer, so I can take you out on a definite date. And when I said that, that's charisma. It made her smile because it was confident. It was a confident saying, and I was not afraid to say it because I'm comfortable with it. I don't give a fuck. So guys, that's it on charisma. Like, comment, subscribe.